Hello everyone, it is Christopher Allen, and I know I'm wearing this crazy kooky hat, but I just found it and I got really excited because I forgot that I had it. But this video is actually a Q&A video. You guys sent me over 500 questions between the different Facebook groups, my email. Some of you wanted to ask some questions you didn't want everybody to see, as well as on my YouTube, which was odd because I didn't post anything on YouTube, but I did get some messages there. And I'm going to try to break down this video into 3 parts. I tried to film this video the first time, and it was over 30 minutes. And I wanted to kind of break it down so that you could watch it in increments. So I have my iPad here. You may recognize this. I have the questions. I'm going to answer 10 questions in this video. I'm going to try to keep it under 12 minutes. I was going to say 10, but we're already at about 1 minute. So let's just get started. The first question that I am going to answer today, I'm also not going to answer any of the cricket technique questions in this video. I'll do all of those separately. I'm compiling those, and I'm going to make some videos showing you exactly how I do those different things. The first question is, do you have plans to expand the Brutus Monroe stamp line? I do. The stamp line is actually, there's one stamp that's listed there right now because I wanted to kind of try out and figure out how everything would work with quantity as well as with the stock, with the having as many stamps as I would need on hand and working with my manufacturer. So yes, we have 3 new stamp sets that are going to be debuting hopefully by the end of this month, beginning of February. So that's it. We're going to have lots of fun stuff coming. I'm designing as much as I can and getting it all done as quickly as I can. Let's see. What is your actual job? I actually work as a medical recruiter. I recruit healthcare professionals to go and work in different settings. I can't really go into much in depth with the job because there's obviously privacy things within healthcare, but I basically recruit healthcare professionals to different jobs. How did you get started in crafts and become so well known to many? This will kind of answer some other questions because there's a lot of repeat questions. I actually got started in crafts when I was very young. My Aunt Verge, who I've talked about before on my page, hi Aunt Verge if you're watching, we kind of did crafting with her when we were younger, myself and my sister. On holidays, we would go over to her house and we would always make these puffy paint shirts. They were very, very big whenever I was younger. You would get kind of these iron-on decals, and you would cut them out, and then you would iron them onto the shirt. We would make sweatshirts, and you would go ahead and puffy paint around them. And I remember when I was little, my Aunt Verge had containers and containers and containers of puffy paint and all different paints, and I was so excited to use, every single one that she had in there. So that's really kind of where the start, I knew this was going to happen. It happened before. My lighting, whenever my hat gets in the way, the lighting gets really, really harsh because of this white. It's trying to balance with that. I apologize for that. But that's kind of where it all began, was with her. But to become so well known to many, that happened, I think, kind of in 2 different ways. First, I was blessed to become a product expert through Cricut, which was great because they tweeted some of my things and put some of my things on their Facebook and stuff like that. So that kind of brought things up pretty quickly, and I think also just kind of doing crafts that were kind of simple and kind of really breaking down tutorials. I've gotten a lot of emails about how you kind of break into the YouTube scene and how you kind of break into the crafting, online crafting, I guess, personality scene. And it's really just being yourself and just doing, what you love, and that will kind of reflect to your viewers as well as your followers. In my earlier YouTube videos, you'll see that I'm a little bit more reserved and a little bit quieter, I guess. And now I feel so comfortable with all of you that I can just be myself and wear a crazy, weird Nightmare Before Christmas hat and not worry. So just be yourself and just do what you love, and that will show through with your videos and different things that you do. Next question is, how big is your craft room? I'm actually in my craft room right now. Hopefully I'll be doing a video showing you the entire craft room soon. But my craft room, I don't know the exact dimensions of my craft room, but it is what is considered in our house the third bedroom. It is large enough to accommodate my large desk that I work on. That's actually what you're on right now, the camera's sitting on. I also have a large table over here that has my smaller printer, as well as my Explorer is over here on this table as well, because I like to have lots of room to work with the Explorer over here. Behind me, there's also a large buffet-style table from IKEA that holds all of my cartridges. I don't know if you can see those here, all of my cartridges, as well as my large format printer is back there as well. Oh, and the lighting is going to get weird again. And then to my left, I have another large, it's a, oh goodness, I think it's 16 12 by 12 squares. And it's a large, sorry, I'm trying to talk and get more questions while I'm doing that. It's a large 12 by 12 kind of box shelf thing that I keep most everything, most of my papers and markers and things like that in. And then I also have behind me, I have a shelving unit that has all of my machines, all of my Cricut machines on it. I'm trying to kind of get that switched around because I would like to use this for more storage than just for display, because I don't use those machines a whole lot. There's an Explorer on top there as well. So I'm thinking about, and let me know in the comments below if you think this is a good idea. This paper rack that's behind me, I'm thinking about moving that and moving down the C and the A, and then putting a shelving unit above that, like a floating shelf, and putting all the machines on that. I think that that might be the best bet, but I'm on a tangent, of course, and this is not has nothing really to do with the question. I'm just explaining the craft room now. But the craft room, it's a larger craft room. It's nice. I can have 2 people working in here comfortably at one of the 2 tables, and it works really well. So it's definitely a larger space. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? That would be Savannah, Georgia. I love Savannah, Georgia. I love the temperatures there, and I love their old style way of living with their squares and their different, it's just like they're kind of stuck in an era, and I love that. Do you hope to marry someday? I do. I would love to get married someday, and hopefully I'll bring you guys along for the ride when that happens. What did you do to gain people's interest? Again, I think I kind of answered that, just kind of, I guess, being myself. If you could give any advice for making a business out of crafting, what would it be? Work very, very hard. You just have to really kind of formulate a plan. I can promise you that that first plan will not work. Every single one of my plans that I had in the beginning did not work. So it's just continuing to redevelop and figure out what exactly you want to do and really work hard at that. That is kind of the best advice that I could give. I already did that one. Where did you get the name of your stamp line? That's a good one. I actually formulated the name of my stamp line very easily. It is my dog, my miniature pinscher. His name is Brutus. His name was Brutus when I got him. I gave him the middle name Monroe because I love Marilyn Monroe. So Brutus Monroe just kind of worked well because it was kind of the masculine name of Brutus, and then Monroe, which is the more feminine side, and I think that that's kind of what this line will be. It's going to be a mixture, of masculine and feminine, and I think you'll see that in the upcoming stamps that are going to be coming out. Let's see. How long have you and Rob been together? We've been together for almost 3 years. How long does it take to film, edit, and upload a video? That really depends. Sometimes, we'll wait for this to even out, sometimes it's very quick. and I have an idea and I just quickly kind of get it rolling and going. But most of the time it is not quick. Most of the time I do not know exactly what I'm doing or going to do in the video. I kind of have an idea of the video. I put the camera up on the rig above me and just go. I just kind of work at it and figure out what is my main focus for the video, and I just kind of do it. And it goes from the video usually that I do an opening in most of my videos, unless it's just a computer only tutorial. Then I film above and film on the table, and then I bring everything into the computer and I begin editing. So to answer your question, it could take a day up to a week to finish and upload and edit a video, depending on what that is. Does your partner craft? No. He's actually the complete polar opposite of crafting. He is a teacher, so he does do some crafting, I guess you could say, but he has his own Explorer. I have taught him kind of the basics of using the Explorer. It's kind of been a little bit of a struggle to teach him how to use the Explorer, because he's definitely a non-crafter, has never crafted anything really in his life, but he has that kind of creative bug with being a teacher. So he's been probably the most difficult student to teach, because he is he's very, very technical. And with the Explorer software, you don't really have to be super technical. It's really just placing and sizing and cutting, and it's not super, super difficult. So I think he makes things a little bit more difficult than they are, but he's getting a lot better. But no, he is not, certainly not a crafter. Let's see. I was wondering if your stamp line would be coming out with a set of stamps that say things like handmade by, etc., with cute interchangeable designs. All I could say for that is stay tuned. I have been working on something very similar to that to go with the switcheroo line, which are the stamps that switch and you can put them in different places. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that'll be sooner than later. Do you have any tattoos? That'll be the last question that I answer. I don't know if this video has been 10 questions. It may have been a little bit more. I haven't been keeping track. But yes, I do have lots of tattoos. You won't see my tattoos in a lot of videos because I don't wear a lot of t-shirts. But on this arm, and we can get the light to maybe adjust again. It's trying to balance with my hat and it's not working. But with this, okay, it's kind of adjusting now, there we go. I have a watercolor tattoo on this arm, which means that everything, there's no black outline, everything is watercolored and shaded in. This is considered a half sleeve. I have a tattoo under this arm, I have one on my chest, that is my mom's handwriting. I have one on the back of my neck, I have on my sides, I have a lot, but again, you will only see them very rarely if I wear a t-shirt in my videos, which I don't do very often. Today I wanted to kind of be a little bit kind of loosey-goosey and just kind of sit with you and wear a cuckoo hat and wear a t-shirt, so this video is a little less formal, although Ken of Ken's Creations will probably question my quality of life because I'm wearing a t-shirt and a hat and I'm not dressed up in this video. Hi, Ken. But that's, we'll do one more. We're at 14 minutes. I'll try to edit things down a little bit. What is your favorite vinyl craft that you've done? My favorite vinyl craft that I've done is right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not going to get up and grab it because it's kind of high up there, and I had to get up on a stool to reach up there. But that is a bag. It's a bag that I created. There's actually a video on it on the YouTube channel it's a photo, kind of like a rendering of Rob and I. It was for our anniversary last year. I wanted to create something different to give him the gift that I got him in, and I thought that it would be fun to not only create something for him that was handmade inside of the bag, but also something that reflected our anniversary on the outside. So that bag, you can see there are pictures of it I think there's pictures of it on the page, as well as there is a YouTube YouTube tutorial. It's a picture of him and I. So that's my favorite vinyl craft. Of course, we did not stay under 10 minutes because I like to talk, but we are at about 15 minutes. So hopefully I can bring it down a little bit through editing. And that's it for this portion. This is part one of the Q&A of all of the questions that you guys have asked me. And I thank you so much for sending all of the questions. I think this is going to be probably about a three-parter. I've kind of broken down all 500, I think it was like 516 questions into three groups of the most asked questions. So thank you so much for watching, and you all have a wonderful day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. Bye.